Yeah, good morning, everyone. Yesterday, what we had seen that the US market has was positive, even after the inflation figure which came over there. That CPI came at around 7%. The expectation was 7%, and this is one of the highest reading in over 3 decades. So even we had seen that the Fed has started tightening the policy. So the impact of higher CPI has already been factored in by the market. Uh, Apart from that, if we see futures are marginally down, US and even Asian markets are mixed today. Mainly, if we see the market like Australia, New Zealand, and Hong Kong are positive, but the other market are negative. So there is a mixed reaction in the US market. If you see the dollar index has come off sharply yesterday. It is now below 95. Few days back, it was somewhere near 97. Yesterday also it was down, and today again it has come down. And this is supporting lot many commodities. Generally, it has an inverse relation with the commodity. And as such, oil is up and it's reaching near to $85. And yesterday it was somewhere around $82. Aluminum is marginally down by 0.5%, but copper is up by around 2%. Iron ore is also up by 2%, and steel is up by around 1.5%. So we are seeing positive trend in commodities. Apart from that, Indian market SGX is showing some positive trends, mainly on account of better results from Infosys. Akansha will talk about the results more in detail, but mainly the feeling from Infosys, which has a very high weightage in the Nifty, is likely to show positive trend. The ADR was up by around over 2%. And TCS has also come up with marginally ahead of numbers, so that also showing positive trend. Uh, so now I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Thank you, sir. Good morning, all of you. See, yesterday we see some positive momentum in market, and we see the positive remain positive during the day. Today also open a positive note, and we expect Nifty trading above the important resistance zone, that is 18,200, and managed to close above that important resistance. The next immediate resistance for index is 18,300 and 18,340. This is a retracement strong resistance for index. So we expect at least Nifty trade near the this resistance, but we expect some profit booking in this level, because there is a retracement level, and we expect is Nifty managed to close about 18,340 range. Then we expect further momentum towards 18,500, 18,600 and upside. Immediate support place around Nifty is downside 18,150, 170 at downside. If Nifty managed to close this level below below, then we expect further selling pressure, but today we expect gap up opening, but we see some profit booking in higher level. So those have position, they can maintain a strict stop loss in their position. And Bank Nifty also trading important resistance level, that is 61.8. Retracement level is around come around 9,000 level. So we expect is Bank Nifty go above that level, then we expect further momentum towards 39,500, 39,800 in upside. If Bank Nifty fail to close that important resistance level and then close below that level, then we expect Bank Nifty range at downside 38,500 and 38,220 at downside. Nifty Finance also trading near this resistance zone, and that resistance zones come around 18,500, and if break that level, then we expect 18,600, 18,730 an upside. Support place around 18,300. Today's stock specific Infosys looks positive at current level. Upside 1940, 1970 is the next target for Infosys. Support place around 18,000, 1840, 1830 at downside. ICICI also looks positive. Yesterday, ICICI break that important resistance that 110 and close above that important resistance level 120 sorry 823. So we expect further positive momentum in ICICI Bank. Target is 840, 842 and upside. Support place around 810 at downside. That's it for technical. Data I can carry.
Yeah, thank you, Vikas. Good morning, everyone. This is Amit Guptani. So, as per derivatives data, we have seen that major put order positions are getting added up in yesterday's trading session. But on the higher end, we are seeing at 18,400 and 18,500 strike as per the 3-month Y position, coming 3-month Y position. Call writer positions are getting heavier over that strike. So in today's session, we are seeing that as per the SGX, Nifty is already getting open around 18,350 levels. So at 18,400, 18,500 strike, we might witness a strong resistance. As you are seeing at the call writer positions, all the call strikes are having a good premium in today's trading session. So we might witness some retrace in today's trading session to churn up the call writers premium position. So we might witness in the second half some profit booking in the market. So be cautious and some book some profits on the higher level at 18,350 to 18,400 zone. Currently, the trend is positive, but in today's trading session, as per the premium of at the ATM strikes, we are seeing the premium is very high, so we might witness some cool off in the market in today's trading session, as we are seeing that India VIX and PCR both India VIX came down in yesterday's trading session, so that is a positive sign. And PCROI again increased around 1.45%. It came closed in yesterday's trading session, so that is also a positive sign. So as per the PCROI, India VIX and OI positions, we are witnessing the strength of the market is positive, but we might witness some profit booking in today's trading session. So overall, my strength is positive in the market. Only for next 1 to 2 days, we might witness some profit booking. So hold a long position with the strict stop loss of 18,100 level. As per the stock specific, we expect 3 stocks to remain positive in coming trading session. First one is Tata Motor, second one is SRF, and third one is Deepak Nitrite. These three counters have seen major OI positions getting added up, and also Tata Power. Yes, Tata Motor, Tata Power, SRF, and Deepak Nitrite. These 4 counters are continuously getting added up for OI positions, so we might see some healthy buying opportunity in coming trading session. Thank you.
Good morning. Jaguar and Land Rover has declared its Q3 volumes, which was a mixed bag because wholesale numbers improved, but on the other hand, retail numbers declined. So the wholesale volumes came at 69,000 and grew by 8% quarter on quarter, declined by 33% year on year. The increase in sequential production reflects a start of improved chip supply, and the company expects that Q4 should again improve over Q3. So this improvement of because of chip supply should continue. However, on the retail side, the volumes came at 80,000 and declined 14% quarter on quarter and 38% year on year. Although retail sales are down, but the total order book that JLR has increased from 125,000 units in September end to 154,000 units in December end. So, from that way, it is positive from a medium term. But on the face of it, the numbers are neutral for Tata Motors. HG Infra had been awarded a contract by Public Works Department of Rajasthan of 450 crores in the month of November. So government of Rajasthan has cancelled this contract now, so it should be negative in the near term for HG Infra. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Spark has received an intimation from its partner that they are eligible for $5 million of milestone upon receiving the regulatory milestone which the program would receive. using the Sparks technology. So this is positive for Sparks in today's trade. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Infosys has posted its result yesterday. The company has posted above expectation numbers for the quarter. The company has posted strong quarter in spite of being a seasonally weak one. With this revenue growth for Q3 in CC terms, Q on Q came at 7% versus expectation of 3.9%. TCV for the quarter stood at $2,530 million. And EBIT margins came in at 23.3% versus expectation of 23.6%. With this, the management has also upgraded the FY22 revenue guidance to 19.5 to 20% versus previous guidance of 16.5 to 17.5%. Management has also indicated that the demand environment is strong and with robust deal pipeline. Stock is trading at 30.5 times FY23 EPS. Outlook is positive on the company. Other than this, Wipro has posted its result yesterday. The company has posted below expectation numbers for the quarter. CC Q on Q revenue growth came at 3%, which is well in the guided range of 2 to 4%, but lower than expectation of 4.1%. This includes inorganic growth as well. The growth is broad-based across all geographies and service lines. Order book increased 27% year to date in terms of annual contract value. Management indicates that the booking has been the highest. EBIT margin came at 16.9% versus expectation of 17.2%. For Q4, IT services revenue guidance is expected to be in the range of 2 to 4%, which is in line with street expectation. Stock is trading at 27.1 times FY23 EPS. This stock may see some correction in short term on account of underperformance of the result. Other than this, TCS has posted a marginally above expectation numbers for the quarter. CC year-on-year growth came at 15.4%. Growth is broad-based across all geography and service line. Order book came in same as compared to last quarter at $7.6 billion. EBIT margin came at 25% versus expectation of 25.9%. Management indicates that the demand environment continued to remain strong with good deal pipeline, and the company's increased investment in digital core growth and transformation tech adoption are the growth drivers for the company. TCS has also approved a buyback of rupees 18,000 crore at a price of 4,500 per share. Stock is trading at 32.3 times FY23 EPS. Outlook is long-term positive for the company. Thank you.
Good morning. Welspun Corp's Saudi joint venture, that is East Pipes Integrated Company, is coming out with its IPO and will be listed at the local stock exchange. The company is offering 6.3 million shares, which represents 30% of its share capital, and has finalized the price band to range between SAR 72 to 80 per share. Booking and book building period has started from 11th January to 17th January 2022. Thank you.
Yeah, apart from this, about the buyback which TCS has announced, though it is 1% of the total equity, but what we had seen in the past that the buyback for retail investor where the total amount of investment is less than 2 lakh, generally the shares which goes into buyback are high. Sometime it goes as high as 60-70%. So there is a possibility that the same thing can repeat again. So one can look to buy shares of value less than 2 lakh and give the shares in buyback. And the balance shares cost will come down substantially, maybe around 3,200. So that is a good way to buy TCS at current point of time for a buyback opportunity. Then apart from that, result on Tuesday, we have result of Bajaj Finance. Here we already know that the loan book has grown by around 23%, which the company has announced in result update. and the result will be declared on Tuesday, wherein PBP is expected to, that is profit before provisioning, is expected to grow by around 24%. There will be a good decline of provisioning in this quarter from around 1300 to 1100 in this quarter on quarter, and that will lead to higher growth in the PAT in this quarter. Share is trading at around 12 times price to book value, which is at the upper end of its valuation cycle. Apart from that, the other company which is likely to announce result is ICICI Pru. ICICI Pru's results are likely to be comparatively weak. Here, the new business APE is likely to grow by 6% year on year and decline by 10% quarter on quarter. And NVB is likely to increase by 7% year on year. NVB margin is likely to remain stable at around 26%. So results are likely to be soft this quarter for ICICI Prudential. Then we have a result of L&T Technology. Here the CC revenue growth expected at around 4.7%, and margins are likely to remain stable. This is what we had seen even in the case of TCS and Infosys, that the company have outperformed the expectations. So now the expectations from the company is that whatever the expectation of market is there, the company should report better than that number. Otherwise, the stock will see some correction because the prices has moved up ahead of the results. So the expectations are reasonably okay considering the December quarter, which is soft quarter. Last quarter, the company has reported CC revenue growth of around 6%. And last year also it was around 6.6%. So apart from that, other results is DCM Sriram will be reporting results. Here the company major business, that is sugar, is likely to report better number. Caustic soda, otherwise prices are quite good, has increased substantially. So caustic soda also likely to report numbers. For other business like seed and all, this is an off season, so will not be having a great number. So overall result seems to be better for the DCM Sriram in this quarter. Then ICICI Security is likely to report number. Here what we had seen that the number of the customers and volume has increased in this quarter, so likely to report good number. Then we have results of Rajratan Global Wire. Here again, result quarter on quarter is likely to show marginal growth, but the year on year it will show substantial growth in this quarter. Share anyhow is a company has said that they will be looking for stock split in this quarter, and because of that, the share is seeing a positive trend. Ramkrishna Forging is likely to report number. We had seen that GNA Excel has reported declining numbers, so quite possible we may see some softness in the number of Ramkrishna Forging also. Then Tata Elxsi is likely to report number. Here again the expectations are high, and company is likely to report good numbers. Trident is likely to report number. Most of the textile companies in this quarter is likely to report better number, so that the same thing is expected from Trident as well. Then TV18 broadcast is likely to report number. Here again, normally the December quarter is a good quarter for the media companies, and we had seen good advertisement business coming in this quarter. So last quarter also TV18 reported comparatively better number. So quite possible TV18 may report good number in this quarter as well. So that's all from us. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.